Hello everyone, I welcome you all to Answer Me TV. For those of you who haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so by smashing the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you won't miss any of my updates.
Zimbabwe Today, the full story of Grace Mugabe. Grace Mugabe, née Marufu, born the 23rd of July, 1965, is an entrepreneur, politician, and the wife of former Zimbabwean President Robert Mugabe. She was the First Lady of Zimbabwe from 1996 until her husband's resignation in November 2017. At the time of their marriage, Grace Marufu was 31 and Robert Mugabe was 72 years old. Their second child, Robert Mugabe Jr., was born in the early 1990s. In 1997, she gave birth to the couple's third child, Chitunga Berlamine Mugabe. Starting as a secretary to Mugabe, she rose in the ranks of the ruling ZANU or PF party to become the head of its women's league and a key figure in the Generation 40 faction. At the same time, she gained a reputation for privilege and extravagance. She was given the nickname Gucci Grace due to her extravagance. She was expelled from the party, with other G40 members, during the 2017 Zimbabwean coup. Grace was born in Benoni, South Africa. In 1970, she moved to Rhodesia, to live with her mother. She attended primary school in Chivu and then the Christ Mambo Secondary School in Manicaland. She married Air Force pilot Stanley Goraza and they had a son, Russell Goraza, born in 1984 when Grace was 19 years old. Whilst working as secretary to the president, Robert Mugabe, she became his mistress and had two children, Bona, born in 1988, named after Mugabe's mother, and Robert Peter Jr. after the death of Mugabe's first wife, Sally Hayfron. The couple were married in an extravagant Catholic mass titled The Wedding of the Century by the Zimbabwe Press. Their second child, Robert Mugabe Jr., was born in the early 1990s. In 1997, she gave birth to the couple's third child, Chitunga Berlamine Mugabe. Grace Mugabe enrolled as an undergraduate student at the School of Liberal Arts, Renmin University in China in 2007, studying the Chinese language. She graduated in 2011. In late 2014, Grace Mugabe was critical of Vice President Joyce Mujuru, who allegedly plotted against her husband, President Mugabe. Ultimately, the accusations against Mujuru resulted in her elimination as a candidate to succeed Mugabe and her effectively becoming an outcast within ZANU-PF by the time it held a party congress in December 2014. Meanwhile, Grace Mugabe's political prominence increased. She was nominated as head of the ZANU-PF Women's League, and delegates to the party congress approved her nomination by acclamation on the 6th of December, 2014. In becoming head of the Women's League, she also became a member of the ZANU-PF Politburo. Since 2016, the former First Lady's involvement in ZANU-PF in-house politics has seen rumors pointing out that she is fronting one of the party's secretive factions, the G40. The other faction, Lacoste, assumingly led by the Vice President Emmerson Mnangagwa. Factionalism in ZANU-PF at the time centered mainly on the Mugabe succession question. The feud between Grace Mugabe and President Mnangagwa reached a tipping point in late September 2017. With both parties pointing fingers to each other on ZANU-PF public gatherings. In November 2017, Grace was instrumental in the firing of the then Vice President, Emmerson Mnangagwa, after reprimanding him for causing divisions in ZANU-PF. Shortly thereafter, Grace expressed her intentions of taking up the vice presidency post. The country was in heightened tension and soon after that, while President Emmerson Mnangagwa had sought refuge outside of Zimbabwe, the military took over in a bloodless coup under General Constantino Chiwenga. Grace Mugabe was notably invisible at this time, with various reports of her whereabouts. On the 19th of November, Grace Mugabe and 20 of her associates were expelled from the ZANU-PF. When Robert Mugabe died on the 6th of September, 2019, both Mugabes were in Singapore. During her tenure as First Lady, Grace Mugabe oversaw the construction of two palaces. The first, commonly referred to as Gracelands, was criticized for its extravagance. Grace Mugabe later explained that she had paid for it with her own personal savings. It was later sold to Muammar Gaddafi of Libya. The second was completed in 2007, costing around $50 million. In 2002, Grace Mugabe toured farm properties in Zimbabwe, looking for a new location for herself and her family. She chose the Iron Mask estate, which had been previously owned by farmers John and Eva Matthews. The family owns properties in Hong Kong, Dubai, South Africa, Zambia, DRC, Malaysia and Zimbabwe among other countries, including a diamond cutting business and a property at Tai Po, New Territories. Grace Mugabe is known for her lavish lifestyle, and Western media has nicknamed her Gucci Grace. The Daily Telegraph called her notorious at home for her profligacy in the coverage of a 2003 trip to Paris, during which she was reported as spending approximate $120,000 in a short shopping spree, and in the years leading up to 2004 withdrew over £5 million from the Central Bank of Zimbabwe. When Grace Mugabe was included in the 2002 sanctions, one EU parliamentarian said that the ban would stop Grace Mugabe going on her shopping trips. She faces similar sanctions in the United States. Controversy ensued when Grace Mugabe was given a doctoral degree in sociology in September 2014 from the University of Zimbabwe. She was awarded the degree by her husband and University Chancellor Robert Mugabe. On the 22nd of January 2018, the university website published Grace Mugabe's PhD thesis. Grace Mugabe's reputation for violence and hot temper earned her the nickname of Disgrace at Home. There have also been incidents abroad. The Times reported on the 18th of January 2009 that, while on a shopping trip in Hong Kong where her daughter Bona Mugabe was a university student, Grace Mugabe ordered her bodyguard to assault Sunday Times photographer Richard Jones outside her luxury hotel. She then joined in the attack, punching Jones repeatedly in the face while wearing diamond-encrusted rings, causing him cuts and abrasions. She was subsequently granted immunity from prosecution under Chinese diplomatic rules because of her status as Mugabe's wife, in August 2017, while visiting South Africa to treat an ankle injury. Grace is said to have assaulted a 20-year-old model, Gabriella Engels, and two friends, who were in the company of her two younger sons, Robert Jr. and Chatunga, at a hotel in Sandton, Johannesburg. Grace was due to appear at a Johannesburg court on the 15th of August, 2017, but failed to do so. She was subsequently granted diplomatic immunity. A police spokeswoman stated on the 26th of March, 2018 that they were investigating a case of alleged ivory smuggling linked to Grace. In 2017, Grace's Mazawe citrus estate took control of 60% of the Mazawe Dam. As of today, the former First Lady and family are enjoying their lives. All credit goes to the late Robert Mugabe, who worked very hard for his family. His legacy will remain for generations to come, with companies that power most of Southern Africa's country's economy up to date and abroad.